Hello, Kaiko here, and welcome to the chaos. Let's go. What is the plan for today? Well, if we look over here, that's the wrong one. That's the Miliastra one. But now I'm kind of curious about what this is, not gonna lie. Just because it says kill this pyro slime, I'm just gonna... No! Let me flag that. Oh, I flagged it for later. Let's see. So this is the event thing. So, is this lantern right? This is lantern right. So it says, as lantern right comes around once more, you and Paimon will return to bustling Leo Harbor. And the recommended quest is the end of the Archon quest. So yeah, and this has 21 days. So I think usually, aka 3 weeks, well, 4 weeks if you can count today, because that's the 6-hour part. And I think it usually takes me about 2 streams, which means that today, I was going to continue with the Archon quest, and possibly next week we'll continue with the Archon quest. Or next week we might just have to go straight in for Lantern Rite. Because Lantern Rite's here, and that's exciting. And I'm pretty sure as part of Lantern Rite, you get the Yao Yao skin. So we've been counting down the days for this Lantern Rite. So that's exciting. This is not particularly exciting. We've been getting these, this mail. So if you play Genshin and you have not been logging in, you should probably start doing that because we're getting mail. I don't think I missed a day though, but I'm not sure I got all the mail. And that's a bit disappointing. Oh well. But yeah, so this is the Archon quest that we are doing. And then this is an exploration quest that we have not done, but that's okay because it's got like 2 months. So this is telling us that the next like half update is in about a day's time, which means that I think today is a good time to do the Archon quest, and then next week is when we start to hit Lantern Rite territory. So maybe next week we should do Lantern Rite instead. I'm not sure, I haven't decided yet. Probably depends how much Archon quest we manage to do today, because I think the second Archon quest part is probably also a 2-streamer, but we don't want to like split it around Lantern Rite. Or maybe we do. I don't know. But yeah, because we did obviously get Columbina. We tried to get an Effa, but it didn't happen quick enough, so we don't have an Effa. But that means that the Horse Adeptus is coming up, who is, I believe, this lady. Is her name Jibai? Maybe? She's like a Horse and Moon Adeptus, so I thought we have to get her. So we're gonna try and get her next time. And this is a permanent quest, so we've been ignoring that. And anything else? I've been doing this off stream. I've done so much of this. And yes, I got my Ayaka today, so that's exciting. So I guess we gotta wait for the new update to do the next set of these. But yeah, that's also exciting. And this, I think, also just reset, so that'll be fun. Anyway, all of that just to conclude that we're probably going to carry on with the Archon quest today, and hopefully it won't take too long. Is the hope. Yes. Anyway, so let's go and do the Archon quest. Now, where is it? Is that what we're doing here? Oh, yeah, that's it. Okay, so let's go and do that. So in the last one, we were trying to figure out how we're going to fight Dottore. So I think we, as in Kaiko, got kidnapped by Dottore, and then Columbina is in the mirror place. So we were, and all of our friends, so we all went to confront Dottore, and then, well, I think we sent half people to evacuate, half people to confront Dottore. Then we basically ended up retreating, but he captured like Kaiko, the traveler, and the others all left, and then they tried to, like, I think there's some like dark energy pulse that's like spreading out, and he told us to leave, not cry. And then Sandra said we were all a bit cursed, and so everyone's a bit too scared to leave, not cry, because they like think, well, if Dottore said to leave, not cry, there's a very high chance that we need to do anything except leave, not cry. So everyone's working to evacuate people, and like the people at the top are getting evacuated towards Snezhna, and the people at the bottom are being evacuated towards Natlan. And we had gone missing, and so we were kind of like exploring this process together. So we started out as being Columbina, trying to figure out like how to leave a message, and then we were being like, well, I don't know if we were being them necessarily, but like who was it? Well, we were watching anyway. Flynn's and never find the message. And like Columbina's going back in time. And then the last thing that we did was we were Polonia getting notes for Sandro, and I read some books and it took a really long time to read those books. And then I finished reading the books and then it said, go and talk to... Well, then I ended up being as Arlecchino, who's doing the evacuation effort. So now I'm like Arlecchino doing the evacuation effort, and it said talk to Talia. So I think we're going to talk to Child. For some reason. So that's what we're doing now. We're helping the Fatui evacuate people to the north. And I guess later we're probably going to end up being helping the people evacuate to the south. And then we got to be Kaiko again. Because we kept getting like trapped in memories. And we were like really confused. Because he put us in Not Cry. And we were having dinner at that restaurant. And then we were like, wait. But Katya, I think she's the lady who runs the store, is like talking to like her husband or something. And we're like, I don't remember her having a husband. And we're like, we've never seen this kid before. And she's like, oh yeah, my mom and dad. And we're like, who? So we're being like, I don't know. He's like infiltrate. We're having like conversations in our dreams or something. It's making me think of Nahida. But yeah, it's a bit spooky. So yeah, there's like several interconnected storylines all happening at once. And yeah, we're gonna do as much as possible today, because this could take a while. Anyway, this is Ilki, the knave subordinate, and he says, Lady Arlecchino, word has spread. Reach us, the Lady Marionette's troops are all in position. They are ready to act as soon as the order is given. Excellent. The only thing is, they are fewer in number than we expected. It looks like many of them must have lost their lives at the hands of the monsters released by the Doctor. Can't be helped. Allow them to join our ranks and keep in contact. As you wish. Okay, so now we're Arlecchino, and ooh, look at these people, so fancy. And these must be all of our subordinates. And we were going this way. We're supposed to meet up with Child, so we gotta go this way. And he should be just over here. I do wonder if we can get the waypoint. I'm thinking no. Well, everyone laughed at me last time when I said it because I forgot we were in special story mode. But we should probably have a go and just see, because if we can get it, that'd be a good idea. Anyway, it's been well, Arlecchino. You look well. Did Dottore really have to build his lab right on the sole path between Chesna and Nokrai? I had to go on a huge detour to stay out of his line of sight. Sounds like an arduous journey. I assume you brought word from Her Majesty? Of course, all part of the job. Firstly, the Sarita has authorized Fatui Internal Affairs to review Dottore's case. They will reach a formal verdict on whether he has turned traitor and whether he poses a threat to Chesna. While they're working on that, I've been ordered to come and receive the refugees from Nokrai. They're nearby. My team will escort you to them shortly. Great. Aside from that, Her Majesty has a message for you and Sandro personally. Huh? Where's Sandro? She stayed behind to work since I was making the trip anyway. It seems sensible to have one person on standby at base while the other came out to meet you. Alright, guess that's just how she rolls. In that case, tell her the Sarita's decree. This time is pretty awesome sounding. I think she'll like this one. Still, I wonder why... Wait, what's that? Did one of our troops turn into a monster? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Take him out. Okay, guess we gotta... Is it just an excuse to have us fight as Arlecchino and Child? I think so. Like, this was wholly unnecessary. But I think they just wanted us to, to do this for a bit. For some reason. I don't know why. You've gotten stronger, Arlecchino. Nice. Of course we have. Stop that right now. I appreciate the praise, but I'm not fighting you today. Ah, I knew it. I can't believe it. He was a living, breathing human one moment and the next. Wait, did they turn into a monster? Another fine piece of work by our dear colleague, I'm afraid. Oh, I thought he was joking and like they just wandered in, but it sounds like people are getting transformed. That's not good. What in the world has been going on in Nokrai? A lot, but long story short, Dottore stole 2 moon marrows that should have belonged to Columbina, then built a 3rd moon marrow of his own to concentrate the Trilunar authority in his hands. What? What do you mean he built a moon marrow? He'll build roads and houses, not moon marrows. What's his next DIY project? He's gonna build a god? Didn't he already do that one? Is that what was happening with Scaramouche? Oh, but they wouldn't know because he reset himself. Oh. You can stand to be less surprised. We are harbingers. The work we engage in makes the creation of gods seem mundane by comparison. I tell everyone who asks that once cross I tell everyone who asks that once crossed swords with Rex Lapis while serving as a key supporter for Rosalind's plans, but right now you're acting like a common adventurer. Thanks for speaking up for me. Those two really took me for a ride back then. Then again, surely no common adventurer would manage to get tangled up with them the way I did. That's got to count in my favour, right? It almost sounds like you wish to repeat the experience. I might have to lower my opinion of you. Oh, no, I'll stop talking. Please go on. Dottore is currently still experimenting with his newfound power in ways that continue to corrode the outside world. As for the human mutation, I believe this is simply a consequence of his experiments and not a strategic move. That radiant beast was once a subordinate of Sandrone's. I suspect he was only allowed to live so that he could become an experimental subject. Oh. Also, those of us who fought Dottore have been afflicted with a curse. As such, I cannot leave nor cry. This is so much worse than I thought. No wonder Her Majesty's decree is so extreme. While these exceptional circumstances persist, the Harbingers are hereby authorized to use unilateral executive powers. Should Dottore pose a threat, Arlecchino and Sandrone are permitted to eliminate him. My thanks, Her Majesty. I will pass these good tidings on to Sandrone. Her Majesty has also declared that she will refrain from launching an attack on the now evacuated Nokrai due to the presence of unretrieved research material. A wise decision. By the way, how's my old partner doing? I'm assuming they're with you? Partner? You mean Kaiko? I'm afraid I have bad news. She was captured after our failed assault on Dottore's lab. Her whereabouts are currently unknown. What? Why? Since when does Dottore have a bone to pick with her? That is indeed the question. I'm not sure he does. He must have some other goal in mind. This won't do. I have to rescue her. You can't. We have no idea where Kaiko is. What am I supposed to do then? Stand here twiddling my thumbs? Sandrone is working on it. The best thing we can do right now is complete your mission. Fine, I guess I'll leave this to you then. One last thing, tell the Rooster to get the message out to the gods and citizens of every nation to bat. Beware, an uncontrollable pollution is spreading forth from Nokrai. Oh! The source of that pollution is a madman drunk on the success of his experiments. The Fatui and our allies will endeavour to contain the threat. However, if Nokrai falls, things are likely to escalate. Considering Dottore is one of our own, all Fatui stationed in Nokrai consider it our duty to stay and fight him to the bitter end, whatever the cost. Don't be too pessimistic. If it comes to it, I'm sure Her Majesty won't stand by and do nothing. I hope you're right. I hope so. For a second, I thought they were going to try and, spin it as in, we're doing our best. But I was going to say, don't forget that you kind of caused this problem. Well, not them specifically, but, the Fatui as a whole are trying to fix the problem and did cause the problem. But no, the second sentence where she said that, as it's one of our own, I think that mitigates it. Oh, Beto! You're right on time. Thanks. Hey, do you think I'll be getting that gliding exam exemption? I made sure I was on my best behaviour at Monster. I landed well outside the city and walked in through the gates. I'll help you apply, don't worry. For now, let's see what we have here. What are the Doctor's energy fields even made from? The usual attack and rebel principles that govern Kuvaki don't seem to apply to them. Yeah, what's up with this rain? Why is it going up again? Huh. They are very mysterious, but ultimately they appear to be comprised of energies from the three realms. Thanks to research by Master and the Hexen Circle, we know that Tivat's 7 elements are derived from the more primordial power of the Light realm, which is antagonistic with the power of the Void realm. Since you have the power of the Dragon Durin within you, I'm sure you can already tell that this energy field contains no abyssal energy. That's true, it's not abyssal energy, it's something pure, wild, and untamed. I've been thinking about something. Do you still remember the device that Dottore supplied from the Academia when you and Miss Columbina fought Raro? That was one of the most marvellous feats of ingenuity I've ever seen. The design, the craftsmanship, the material selection, I couldn't fault any of it. Not to mention the operating principles, surely the most ingenious feature of all. Dottore didn't go into detail of how it functions, but I have a working theory. The clue was that Miss Columbina was somehow able to use the pyro energy that you provided, despite the fact that, as a moon goddess, she would only be able to use light realm energy in principle. Now all elemental energy is, of course, derived from light realm energy to begin with. Hence, I suspect the device works by restoring elemental energy to its original state. This presumes a theoretical model of the 7 elements akin to that of light reflected through a prism. Perhaps it is no mere analogy. Maybe there is indeed a prism in this model. Oh. I almost wonder if the idea of the device was conceived based on direct observations of said prism. It would explain why such an ironclad design concept was achieved. It is at once a masterwork of engineering and a groundbreaking application of the Academia's latest elemental theories. I suspect only Leslie Kusanali herself could have devised such an ambitious technology. But back to the energy field around us. If this is pure light realm energy, its relation to elemental energy is one of integration versus division, or you could say that the former contains the latter. Could this mean that elemental energy can dilute the power of the light realm? Should we give it a try? We should. I'm not sure that works. Oh, it works! Oh! I was wrong. Clear signs of disruptions were detected at the periphery of the energy field. This indicates the elemental energy can disturb or even negate the field. Oh, see, look! It had a crack! I didn't see that and I thought, what? Nothing happened, but maybe it did. Now you try. Alright, here goes. It's working! Push to abyssal energy and attack again. Ah! No surprises there, abyssal power drains the energy field to a significantly greater extent. I now feel confident in asserting this energy field is indeed pure light realm energy and that elemental energy can dilute it. But the energy field is huge, how much elemental energy will it take to neutralize it? We don't have to neutralize it completely, we can try other approaches. That's all for the theory, would you like to continue watching? So you knew I was here? Huh? When did you get here? A while ago, but Albedo sounded like he was working on his thesis defense back there. Back in Sumeru, you can end a person's whole career by interrupting them mid-speech. Very thoughtful of you, I'm truly touched. Could I ask you to lend me a hand? With what? A little test. Try using an ammo to unleash a concentrated assault with circular blades, with the goal of breaking through at a singular point. Oh! Oh, that worked really well. Nice! This time it tore through the field. Tremendous, this is a major breakthrough. Should we go through? We probably shouldn't risk having mutually antagonistic energies in such close proximity. Durin, you stay here and watch the entrance. Hat Guy and I will go in to investigate. Sounds sensible to me. Keep your eyes peeled, Durin. Don't worry, I've got this. You two be careful in there. Just give me the signal if you need help and I'll dive right in. What do you mean, signal? It's based on a new alchemical concoction I developed last month. When 2 bottles of it are smashed on the ground together, they emit a blinding burst of light. If it comes to that, remember to shield your eyes with your hat. Glad I asked. Thanks for the heads up. Oh, I love them. It's so funny. They're a little family. But yeah, these guys, this is like Durin and his 2 dads. Or I guess you consider them as like 2 brothers, but like there is 2 dads. Because I don't know. It just worked out like that. Anyway, let's go inside the mysterious energy field. I do love that this entire quest is essentially... Oh, like I thought, beyond a certain distance we can't see the opening where we came in. Maybe that's to prevent people from escaping. Sounds like Dottore starts me. Ah, yes, you can't see it until you're... Oh! Also, look at the map. It's all glitchy. Whoa. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, this entire Archon quest has just been like trials with different characters. Oh, not much has changed. Things are basically the same here as they were before the energy field appeared. Yeah, a little bit. But yes, it's a bit like random. Oh, I forgot where I was going with this. They have no heartbeat, and they're not breathing. We can only assume they're dead, but there are no visible wounds. Also, there's an animal squatting next to each body. It's watching us. That's not an animal's gaze. Transformation! What are you trying to tell us? Don't seem eager to talk. I guess maybe it's just an animal after all. Let's keep looking around. We need Lauma. Lauma could talk to them. But that's I wonder if they got transformed, but the bodies are still here? Unlike over there, when the bodies weren't still there? Interesting. But yeah, this whole quest is essentially just a massive trial of each character. So, like, I guess that's fun, but it's kind of, like, random. They really did make us try everybody. Oh, there are so many. What was I told? Ooh. Okay. And these animals are from all over the place. Same situation everywhere, not a living soul in sight, just countless bodies with animals standing watch over them. Well, I think we can safely rule out the possibility that they're all pets. Is skirting around the topic your way of showing consideration for other people's feelings? Just be cautious, I don't doubt you can handle the truth. No. Oh! Happy 25 stream streak. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. Because it doesn't always pop up. Well, I think it's when you tell it to pop up, but you know. So sometimes I forget that this is a thing. Where am I going? I'm supposed to be going... Oh, back here. Ooh. In we go. It's gotten a bit fuzzy. That's... Please help us, please. Ooh. Over there, I hear a voice. Please help us, please. What happened here? I don't know, suddenly everyone collapsed and my line of sight got lower. I still have some of my senses left. I gotta get out of here. Cheap. It looks like there's a huge experiment going on inside this energy field. Maybe each energy field is its own giant experiment. Ugh, vile. He's swapping human minds with those of animals. Even without the other circumstances, this would still be an extremely radical experiment. These people may have lost their sense of selves, but they are not fully animals either. If they were, they would have left, but instead, their instincts are driving them to remain by their dead bodies. We should go. No sense of sticking around here longer than we need to. Agreed. Wait. Okay, given that these two are a little bit inhuman, would they have turned if they'd been in here? Like, would the energy field have got them? Or is it, like, because they're not, you know? Like, how is that? Is it because they were here at the start of the experiment? Because they're still here now the experiment is underway? Like, how is it? What's causing this? It's so suspicious. And kind of interesting as an experiment, but also horrifying. What? Now you're back. Everything okay? We saw some things that take a strong stomach. Otherwise, we're fine. We should share our findings with the others. Dodo, go. Yes, who is it? Miss Never, it's me, Albedo. We found a way to break through the energy fields. With enough control, it's possible to tear them open using elemental energy. Also, we managed to take a look inside. Dottore is carrying out his cruel experiments on an immense scale. Any residents who have failed to evacuate in time will likely meet a grisly end. Sounds like he's living down to our expectations. Might I ask how things are proceeding on your end? I'm just about to get started. I'll be in touch once I have a result. Understood. Stay safe. I will. Well, Nefa, I'll link up with you once my tasks are complete. What makes you think I need you to do that? I'll need it, and considering the way you approach certain matters, I think you'll be better off with me present. Let's begin. Entering simulation mode. A vast wasteland? Is this Kaiko's inner world? I was expecting something more vibrant, to be honest. Wait, someone's here. What are you looking at? In that case, I'll look at it with you. I want to know all about everything you've seen and experienced. Is there somewhere I should return to, or should I stay here and be the hero everyone says I am? I don't dislike my current life. Roaming the land, fighting battles, accomplishing missions, earning a living, looking after Paimon is not so bad. I guess the only thing that's missing is that you're not here with me. This is the conscious layer, which contains a person's true feelings. It is filled with both longing and kindness. I suppose anyone who lives long enough ends up wishing for someone who can't be there. Maybe it's the only way we can feel truly alive. Time to delve a little deeper. Is that like our consciousness? We just want to see our brother. That's so, like, wholesome, but tragic that that's, like, all we want is to see our brother, and yet... Anyway, Nashtown is hardly the optimal choice for a place to live, but it has character and a reasonable population density. What are you trying to say? Oh, don't be nervous. I was just thinking, well, it might make a good starting point for your journey. Wait. let me do this. Oh no, that's new, okay. Perhaps I should send you further afield. Conria, perhaps? What? Conria ceased to exist long ago. Once again, you fail to understand the possibilities that the Trilune creates. Anything that has existed in the past, I can now recreate. Wait. You simply do not wish to see that happen. That might be because you miss your sibling and fear getting answers that you are not ready to learn, but that is not for me to judge. If we are to collaborate, we need to maintain an amicable relationship. In a moment, you will be able to. Oh no. What are you... Uh-oh. What are you gonna do? Don't move. Something unwanted has crept into... Oh, gone as quickly as it came. Oh! That was not good. He saw us. Like, he really saw... We were inside her eye? Did you save me? If I hadn't cut the connection, Dottore might have caught you from the other side and destroyed you. This was a good idea, but one is plenty. You were exceptionally brave. Excellent work. Thanks, but now's not the time for that. Dodo, Dodo, Dodoko. Albedo speaking. I think I know where she is. What is this endless darkness? I can't see anything, even though my eyes are wide open, but why? What happened? Ah, sorry about that. I take you didn't notice. Just now, a friend of yours took a little peek into your mind. Could it be Nefa? How did she do it? Did she use something as a medium to connect to me? Do you think she's aware of your current circumstances? Oh dear, how I send you into silence. I only wanted to slow down your time a little so I could stop you intruder in her tracks. It would have been nice to capture the spy. I must say, I'm finding the ability to adjust the flow of time rather intriguing. The moment you closed your eyes, time did seem to grow impossibly viscous, didn't it? A whole month passed before you opened your eyes again, but only for you. No one else was affected. I dare say this is something only a god can achieve. A month! Point taken. You've proven once again that you have god tier powers. Oh, you must understand. This wasn't about proving a point. I was testing things out. I find I learn best by doing. And I have to admit, time is not the easiest dimension to control. I only wanted to make you sleep for a short while, but ended up lasting a whole month. Clearly some finesse is required to wield the authority over time as I wish. I hope you're not angry with me. It was only a month's discrepancy. Nothing too serious. Had I been off by a year, a decade, or even a century, that would have been quite a different story. You could have frozen me for millions of years. So much for collaboration. You aren't showing much sincerity. Millions of years? To what end? I wonder if you don't understand humans all that well. They are very pragmatic creatures who understand only that which they can perceive with their senses. If I had you sit there for a week, I imagine people might sympathize, but if I left you there for 100,000 or 10,000 years, the sheer size of that number would cause it to lose all meaning to them. They would not have the capacity to comprehend your suffering, and thus they could not empathize. Unfortunately, while gods do exist in Teyvat, it is ordinary humans that account for most of the population. Their lifespans are so limited, their bodies so fragile. Did you really hope that they could begin to understand someone like you? Your long life and unique origins make you fundamentally different from them. How long will it be before they start to treat you like the alien you are, before you're ostracized, outcast? Alien? Ugh, even I feel bad for you, sometimes. This world has made you into a slave. So many times you have served its will, and not once have the powers that be ever thought to grant you the one simple thing you wish for. You've been treated most unfairly. I can change that. I will grant you special privileges and give you back the status you rightfully deserve as a descendant. Oh, Columbina time. But that's mysterious. And I don't like it. I don't like anything Dottore wants to give us. Like, I don't think it's worth whatever is going on. I've entered the past 3 times at this point, but I still have so many questions. For instance, beyond each point, being further back in time than the last, what determines the specific locations at which I can make entry? So far, the common thread linking all 3 scenarios is that Kaiko has been present. It's a pretty good thread. But it's more than that. I know I sensed something familiar around her. What was it? I'll keep this question in mind as I carry on. Humans, you never change, always trying to use powers you neither comprehend nor control. Oh, she is our mysterious friend! This looks like Star Shoal. Was this before Rara regained his physical form? You've messed with the cannon again, huh? Sorry, but this round's not going to go your way. The cannon? That's right, I was at Silvermoon Hall and I sensed an abnormal Kuvaki fluctuation coming from Nasher Town. And right after that came an ominous power emanating from Star Sand Shoal. My body was not torn into countless pieces and hurled into the swirling chaos of time itself, but even so, my life and will were not extinguished. I wonder if I could try to prevent his resurrection. But how would I do it? What can I do here and now? Kaiko! Behind you, look at that light. No, I won't make it in time. She's using the Kuvaki shield like I taught her. Is she going to use it to block the cannon's beam? She's strong, I'm sure she can manage, but the force released when the beam impacts the shield might lead to collateral damage. Kisi Island, the Frostmoon Scions will be exposed to lethal levels of Kuvaki. A question, if I may, kind Miss Columbina. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak towards Kisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that? Maybe that really was me after all. Well, future me. Well, future me as in this me, but I don't know if I have enough power left. Let all mortal flesh keep silent before the light. There's no time. And I stood by the door of the Golden House, guarding the eternal flame. I have to make it. O Frostmoon, O great land, O slumbering moonlight of not cry. If you can hear me, if you can sense my call, then please heed me once more. Oh, she said, O Frostmoon, O great land, O slumbering moonlight of not cry. If you can hear me, then please heed me once more. Ooh. Space. We gotta press the button. Did it work? Ooh. I think it worked. I think it worked. I hope so. Well, it's gotta have worked because it happened in the past. Hey, wake up. Hey, did you hear me? Columbina, I said wake up now. Wait, what? Oh, good morning, Sandrone. It's 3 in the afternoon, actually, and could you kindly not use my quarters as your personal nap room next time? Aw, but I feel so safe here. And your coffee, right? It's so bitter, but it smells lovely. It's like you were raised by wolves in a forest or something. What did you drink growing up? Grass tea? The Frostmoon Scions certainly led a more frugal existence than the Fatui. Then I bet you've never eaten one of these before. Ooh, it smells delicious. That's because it's a Fontanian recipe. I had a little free time today, so I made a batch. Oh, she's just baking! Rosalind will be here shortly, but if you really can't wait, I guess you can go ahead and... Chomp, chomp, chomp. Hey, at least let me finish before you start eating. The Frostmoon Scions will teach you basic table manners. Or did the rules not apply to you because you're the high and mighty moon goddess? These are so tasty. Of course they are. I made them. I was worried they might contain traces of machine oil. What? You know, there's something I've always wanted to ask you. Why did you leave your old home and join the Fatui? I mean, I'm sure their food was awful, but there's got to be more to it than that. Well, life there didn't go quite how I imagined. What were you expecting? You're a god, your followers are going to make some demands of you, right? Surely you can just answer a few prayers here and there in return for the free food and drinks. How bad can it be? Well, would you help other people just for free food and drink? The doctor told me you were created by a great mechanic, Lord something Fisher? Lord Artificer. Ugh, some people can't keep their mouths shut. Oh, Lord Artificer. And didn't he have something to do with the, narcissist? Nowza Cruiser Auto. Yes, that was it. Nowza Cruiser Auto. So would you try to fulfill their wishes? You must be joking. I wouldn't go even if they paid me. I don't even know them. Exactly. Well, I felt the same way. I did not know the people who made demands of me. Huh, what do you know? We're on the same page for once. In his later years, Elaine did ask me if there was anything I wanted to do, if I had wishes of my own. Well, I don't, and I'm not in the mood to fulfill someone else's either. Who's Elaine? He was the... You know what? Never mind. You're not going to remember. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is neither of us is a self-sacrificing type. Let me ask you this. What sort of place would you like to live in if you could choose? A place where people don't ask me for things I cannot give them, where they don't worship me or fear me, but just want to chat with me like a normal person. I'd also like the freedom to come and go as I please, and ideally it would be somewhere with the smell of coffee and snacks. Not to burst your bubble, but no such place exists in the world. Now take your snacks and scram. Well, that was a bit rude. But okay. Did I pass out? Of course, I'm back here again. I dreamed of events from my past. Sandro and Kaiko. I miss you all so much. Back there, I guess I managed to harness all the Kuvaki energy on Hisi Island, but how did I do it? Time is flowing backwards here, and I can use that familiar power to enter the world of the past. That mysterious ally everyone talked about, it was me all along. I can sense that there isn't much more power remaining up ahead. What lies at the end of all this? Will time keep flowing into the past? And will I ever find my way back? Ooh, I mean, at some point she's got to find Tholindis and Rera, right? Like some concept of them. Ugh. My ugh. It's getting harder and harder to use my power. But yeah, surely she's got to find some trace of them. I no match for the Abyss in this state. I need to avoid the contaminated fragments. What happens if I... Oh, okay, it just says not to do that. That's fine. We just gotta click on all of the... Oh, did it replace the good one with a bad one? No, stop replacing them. That's annoying. Okay, we've only got 2 left. Why are they not clicking? Hello? Why are they not... Am I too far away? Oh, I think I was literally just too far away. Few time to go. I wonder where I'll find myself this time. Is that the first time we met our mysterious ally? I don't remember. I think maybe. Final Night Cemetery. This is where Flint is based. Oh, the books! Or not, how are we supposed to read through this many files? Difficult, yes, but it's also our most efficient option. Seems like they're searching for information. Oh, I remember, Flint and Varka talked about some files on the Wild Hunt. Was this my doing too? To expose the true intention of this railroad, we need to dive into Nocry's history. Are my actions changing the past, or are they simply completing a process? Is all of this inevitable, or am I the one making these decisions? If I choose not to help them now, will it change how things turn out? Hope we don't land on our heads then. They're my friends. I can't not help them. Ah, a ghost. And the other one was here. Hey, another file's moving. That should do it. Lunata? You can sense my presence. Wait. Oh, I didn't think we'd do anything too dramatic that time. But okay, I guess we've, Lunata, so she's that familiar presence I've been sensing all along. She's always been by Kaiko's side. This explains why Kaiko has been there each time I've entered the past. But why Lunata? Is it because she has a connection to me as the moon goddess is familiar? If so, why not any other Kuenki? That's... I cannot sense any power up ahead, just a void stretching out into infinity. This is likely my final chance to enter the past. It's now or never, I have to find a way back. Kisi Island, how far back in time is this? Where's Lunata? I can't sense the presence this time. Seeing an effort I know reunited like that sure was heartwarming. Kaiko and Paimon! No, stay calm, I don't have much power left to change things, I don't even have that much time left here either. Think, Columbina, how do I find a way back? A way back to where? Do I go back to Moon Prayer Night or to the future that followed? And if I return in my current state, what will become of me then? Dottore's actions that day proved that he's been planning this for a long time. He already seized the power of the two moon mirrors before capturing me. Even if I manage to get back, how can I fight against him when he wields the Terranian authority? I can't. If I go back like this, I'll be playing right into his hands. I have to find some way of rivaling the power he has usurped. Wait, time's flying backwards. The Terranian authority. Does that mean I think I know what the final destination of this lunar reflection might be? I know what I must do. Oh? Speaking of homes, we must already be close to where the Frostmoon Scions live. The vibe here feels different, just like the scenery. But how do I communicate my plan to my friends? Should I write it down here? No, someone else will see it. I need something with a close connection to me, something I can use as a medium to tell them what's happening to me in here. Wait, is that where Lunata came from? Ah, now it makes sense. Ooh, a flower. And it's also the one that's been going in and out. Oh, it is Lunata. Oh, I see. She created Lunata. Hey, what was that? It felt like some sort of breeze just blew by and then the petals suddenly turned into air? It was I who brought Lunata into being. I gave up a piece of my own soul to create her. A piece of your soul? That doesn't seem good. That's why I could sense a familiar power from the moment I entered the space. It also explained why she's been present in every past occasion that I've entered. Because we have a deep connection. Hey there, what's your name? And the reason why there are no more gates to the past up to this point is that Lunata hadn't been born then. No wonder I sensed the trace of a blessing when I first met, but I still didn't recognize the soul hidden within you. Back then, I was just a little lost dove. I had yet to become Columbina Hyperselenia. Go on now. If you've got stuff to do, Bessie, find someone else to hang out with. Hey, you scared it off. I'll be counting on you. Remember to stay by Keiko's side, guide her, and help her in my stead. Oh, and bring her to the garden where the moon prayer blossoms grow. There's a little lost dove there who will need her help. Ah, she's setting up her own future. Go on. Oh, it's so cute. Did you see when she first manifested? She like came right up to us. I don't know. It looked like she kind of gave us a forehead boop. You two go and live your story. As for mine must go in a different direction. And interesting that she calls herself a lost dove. That must be why in her like wait, it finished? Huh. Well, we gotta start the next one then. I really thought it would take like the whole stream. But in her trailer, she's got a lot of doves. And that must be her. She must be the dove. I get it. How would you like to experience the thrill of never being held accountable for your actions? You can crush people like ants without consequence, or tear off their heads or limbs as you please. Believe me, such a life is but one small step away. What point is he trying to make? Freedom, but the freedom to kill, to do evil and get away with it? Why would you offer me that? The creation of a world is the ultimate scientific experiment. I've taken my research to the highest level, where I shall not be just a god, but also a servant to many sacred spirits. I shall heed the truth and perform holy deeds. Holy deeds? Interesting. A god's laboratory is a perfect playground, but needs the right occupant to explore its full potential. Mortals are found everywhere, one looks, not so with the Descenders. I prefer my first guest to be a distinguished individual such as yourself, and I know you could make the most of the opportunities it offers. The condition for entering the new world is to take innocent lives, the same dilemma that Rere once faced. Oh. Could I really bring myself to kill others for my own benefit? Rere did, and look where it got him. Have you made up your mind? I can't do it. Your playground is no place for me. You're putting your hopes in the wrong person, but we both know I'm not quite the hero you say I am either. I have my own reasons for the journey I'm on, and they aren't all selfless. You've grown a lot since we last met, but there are still things you're unwilling to compromise on. This will only hinder you. Why don't I lower my requirements a little? As a gesture of goodwill, I'll give you a little time to learn to be a less noble soul. That'll make things much easier for you. I really doubt I could live that sort of life. And yet, you already sound less defiant than a moment ago. The benefits appeal to you because you can read the signs of the times. Why don't we return to my research facility? Your last visit was so rushed. There is much I have yet to show you. Ooh.
Now to that question,
Heroes don't attack from behind. Guess I'm no hero.
This is most disappointing. Now then.
Scaramouche?
A new face. Interesting.
Yay! We were saved! By Scaramouche? Well, that's fun. That's fun. That must have been satisfying. Because obviously the Doctor won't know him because he's not really Scaramouche anymore. He's just Scara. Hat Guy, how did you get here? You're still gonna call me Hat Guy after that, huh? You came all this way just to save me? I didn't see anyone else in there who needed saving. Thank you so much. Fair point, you just caught me by surprise, thank you. Thank you so much. Ugh. Wait, you're injured? It's nothing, I'll be fine. Why are you looking at me like that? Is it that shocking that I come to your rescue? I'm more shocked that you caught the doctor off guard. I owed you a favor from back in Subaru, now we're even. Distracting Dottore was tough, I won't lie. He's not gonna fall for the same trick twice, that was my one shot, I'd hoped to use it to take him out. Ugh, I never wanted to obliterate someone more than I do right now. Dottore doesn't recognize me, but his segments were originally made based on an analysis of my operational principles. Oh! I expect it's only a matter of time before he figures out what I am. So Dottore doesn't recognize Scar because he deleted himself from Irminsul? Did he really miss his only chance of revenge by saving me? Why the long face? Hey, I'm not blaming you, okay? And I'm not complaining either. Rescuing you and killing Dottore are equally important goals. Anyone would be pretty stuck without you. It's best you live to fight another day. How are you holding up? Are you alright? Haggai said to put safety first, so we agreed to run as far away as we could after leaving the energy field and only meet up once it was safe. You don't look injured. It seems that Dottore didn't do anything to you. Yeah, I'm fine, guys. Thanks. Alright, rescue operation is complete. Let's head back. There's a lot more work to be done before this is over. Okay, now we've started part 8. Okay. Well, that was interesting. So we're returning, and then all of these other people are trying to make a breakthrough back at base. Interesting. I do think it's quite amusing, actually, because I feel like I saw a joke somewhere, like a meme that was like, Venti said, may the wind save you or something. And then he saved us, and then Xiao saved us, and then Kazuha saved us. And Scaramouche has saved us, possibly more than once, because I forget if he saved us before. But look, he's done it again! Venti really did send all of his vision holders to assist us. My gosh. Was there anyone else I missed? I don't know, but it's quite amusing to me. Anyway, there's a particularly tricky bounty at the flagship with basically no leads. Target was attacking people in the north of Lempo Island, but now he's disappeared without trace. No one seems to know where he's gone. Every contact leaves a trace, no matter how carefully someone covers their tracks. In doing so, they always create new ones. Besides, just because the bounty didn't include any extra information doesn't mean whoever posted it doesn't have any. I never thought of that. I'll go ask Lizak. With all my experience, I should be able to get something useful out of him. I'll leave it to you then. You can count on me, Boss Neff. That was way too normal. I thought we were evacuating people. Understood. I will bear the sweet sister decree in mind. I don't see what's so awesome about it, though. Does he really think everyone else is as immature as him? I'm not stooping to Tartalia's level. I thought you might say that. How's your progress? Quite promising, actually. That alchemist, Albedo, gave me a few new ideas. Remember how I asked you to look up some files for me? That stuff on the Nazar Cruz Institute, Rene the Petrichor, and Jacob Ingold? This would help if I'd done those quests. Alain Guillotine despised Rene's theories and methods, but he never managed to come up with better alternatives either, so I adopted some of Rene's ideas. I thought Alain was like a father to you. He and Rene were mortal enemies, were they not? And what would you say if Linny and his friends one day learned something useful from someone you utterly detested? I would applaud them for it. That would mean that they have surpassed me. For all we know, Alain Guillotine might have thought the same thing. Not that it matters though, he's dead and I'm alive, so it's my call to make. Once you die, it doesn't matter how great you are in life, only the living get to decide what happens next. Hey, come on out, they're back. You're back, and your head's still screwed on, and you still have all your limbs? What does it look like? Way to keep your composure, madame. Excuse you, I'm perfectly composed. Hey everyone, I'm back. Glad you're okay. Yes, it's a huge relief. Sorry for making you all worry. Worry? Oh yeah, right, you think we, the Fatui, were worried about you? Sandro, we just watched you. We were worried sick. Hey! Kaiko and I were already friends. You are free to join this mission in whatever capacity you please, much like your tea parties. It's a laugh a minute with you guys. I must say, I was quite surprised that Mr. Albedo told me he would need no additional aid. We discussed this on our way back as well. I am rarely so unequivocal, but in this case, we had full confidence in Haggai. He said he knew what he was doing. Albedo and I pretty much just had to wait outside on standby. Meanwhile, Haggai broke into the energy field and rescued Kaiko solo. You didn't have to mention that. Well, I'm thoroughly impressed. You are a force to be reckoned with, hat guy. Is she back? Is she really back? Paimon! Ah! Kaiko, it's really you! It's really me, Paimon. I'm back. Oh, thank goodness, Paimon missed you so much. You can finally breathe easy, Paimon. It's great to have you back in one piece. Paimon's been having nightmares the whole time you were gone. Oh, look at them. You know, once you reach my age, it's nothing better than watching a misty-eyed reunion between friends. How old is she? That's nothing. Same goes when you get to my age too. I bet Aino and Inefa would be tearing up as well if they were here. Varka, I'm not sure Inefa can cry. Oh yeah, good point. Hey, your eyes are looking a little red and puffy. Come here, let's hug it out. What? Ew, no. Thank you, you're not my dad, okay? Knock it off. There's something about him that's just so funny. Everyone, I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you, but the silver lining is I didn't come away from this ordeal empty-handed. While I was being held captive, I've learned a lot about Dottore's current capabilities and what he plans to do with them. Allow me to explain. The three moon goddesses were even more powerful than we imagined. No wonder Dottore believes himself to be equal to the gods, maybe even superior. Utter blasphemy. While everyone was gone, Nefra and I made an interesting discovery, and I believe Miss Sandra has something to share too. Ma'am, perhaps you could do the honours? Sandra explains Columbina's situation and shares the findings of her research so far. Called it, getting rid of a pesky troublemaker like her is like trying to clean up after a crumbly cake. It always comes back to haunt you. Columbina's alive. I knew she wouldn't give up. Our next step is to find a way to bring her back. A place where time flows backwards with no destination in sight. Surely it must have been created for a specific purpose, but I fear the answers are buried deep into vast history, held by great powers beyond our reach. Sounds like she's on a specific path through time, just travelling in the opposite direction to us. The question is, where does the path lead, or will it keep going to infinity? We considered that question as well. Strictly speaking, time is not infinite. Indeed, not every road has an end. Indeed not, every road has an end. Nicole, you sure love quietly sneaking in mid-conversation. I do, in fact. It's something I've always done at our majors' tea parties. Quiet, mysterious, and persuasive. You wonder what lies at the end of her road? Well, just as the world has a beginning and an end, so too does time, and so, at the end of the road is the moment that Tevat was born. But where Miss Columbina will end up along this road, that depends on where this particular river of reverse time began. What about the original moons and the moon goddesses? Do they have a beginning too? All things do. In the beginning, no moons adorned the sky. It was the Dragon King Nibelung who raised the three moons into the heavens, and thus were the moon goddesses born. They were shadows of the planet, born to wield Nibelung's authority and oversee the world on his behalf. They were extensions of his will, manifestations of his majesty. But then one day they disappeared just as suddenly as they had once been brought into being. Nobody knows where they had gone. Oh, Columbina! I am loving the little Columbina interludes because they're so, like, disconnected, but they're so intriguing. And we love it. Like I thought, no more paths back to reality have emerged since. But how can I be sure that I'm going the right way without seeing scenes from reality to keep me on track? I can't even be sure of how long I've been walking for. The further I travel, the less stable this space becomes. There are even moments where I can sense something that feels like abyssal energy. They can just materialize out of thin air. I have to keep my wits about me. Oh! Oh! That's no good. But this looks more not good. Oh! Is that Ruru? Is that the rush of Sonari? You're the moon goddess, but how? Is he going to be our ally? But he is so much dodgier. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Please, there's no need. I'm not interested in fighting anymore. I find that a little difficult to believe. Yeah, honestly, so do I. The way you used my own power against me, it was a brilliant strategy. It was a brilliant strategy. And then in the final moment before I was thrown into the space, I got to see my old friend. Mr. Dan's wife? Right, it was so long ago now, but we were friends once. When I first got here, I was filled with hatred, remorse, and rage. How I cursed and devoured, I tore everything here apart. I was consumed by the desire to leave this place and have my vengeance. But to no avail, this is a place with no exit. No, don't tell us that! This is the second time I've entered this space, though I have no memory of the first. I was torn to shreds the moment I entered. But this time I survived. It must be partly because of this new body, and partly because of all the Kuvaki I absorbed in Not Cry. Are you the source of the abyssal power in here? Not all of it. Some of it is from when I first arrived here and tried to destroy everything. But there was already a degree of abyssal power here before I entered, and like a venomous snake, baking in the merciless sun, it tried to slither into my shadow. Tried to, so you rejected it? Yes, because after that, the world suddenly became silent for a moment. What do you mean? The voices in my head, they were gone. And then I saw her. Huh? Thalindis, my former lover. Never mentioned that she saw a memory of Thalindis leaping into the moon's reflection. More precisely, I saw her after image. I'm sure the real her is long gone. She was just an ordinary Conrian. She couldn't have survived here for very long. Anyway, why have you come here? Didn't you know it was a dead end? If I hadn't escaped through the moon gate, my friends would have been in far greater danger. Oh, I see. Because of your power, the power of a moon goddess. What? You'd like to know how I know, wouldn't you? The one who resurrected me said so. I could hear a deep loss of power in his voice. You mean Dottore? Dottore? So that's what he's called? Wait, Dottore resurrected him? He'd been collecting fragments of my body for a long time, all so that he could resurrect me at the moment of his choosing. I had no interest in his research, but being as corroded by the abyss as I was, we were aligned as far as hunting the moons and recovering my strength were concerned. But that's why the wild hunt suddenly became so active in Not Cry. When I left the Fatui in my weakened state, Dottore must have felt that his time had come. Moon Goddess, could I ask a favour of you? What? I know there's a lot to ask, especially from someone who tried to kill you. If you refuse, I won't fight it. But this is the only thing I desire now. Nothing else matters. What do you want? I'd like you to take a message to Thalindis for me. Thalindis? But... Yes, she is dead, but like I said, I saw her after image. I can sense some part of her soul remains here, far, far ahead. Why don't you go and speak to her yourself? I can't. I don't know why. I can't move freely in the space as you can. All I can see is a glimpse of her walking away, just like a moment when I last saw her in life. If in return, I will clear these abyssal obstacles for you. No, not in return. I'll clear them for you, whether you want to help me or not. It feels like something I ought to do. Why? Yeah, why indeed? I've been asking myself that question a lot recently. Why did I do the things I did? I'm tired of it all. Tired of the person I became. People used me, and then I turned around and started using others. I hurt lots of people. I think I grew tired of it long ago, but I wouldn't admit it to myself, and ultimately that's how I ended up here. Is he character growthing? I think he's character growthing. What do you wish to tell her? All of it, my past, my mistakes, everything that happened after we were separated. Is it okay if I give her the abridged version? Yeah, I'm sure there's plenty you can skip over. Just tell her the important parts, whatever you think that means. Like the part where you relentlessly tried to kill us? It's up to you. Love demands honesty, but my relationship with Thalindis was built on lies. We hid too much from each other, but after living my whole life in the shadows, I don't want to hide anything anymore. I will do my best. Are we friends now? I think we might be friends now. There, the abyss will no longer stand in your way. Even though Mr. Darnsley felt he had to fight you, I think he still regarded you as a friend. Dine? He said that you betrayed him, but he also felt great remorse at never having understood what you were truly going through. Why tell me this? Because if he'd known that someone could take a message to you, I believe that's what he would have said. Thank you, it means a lot. I know this will sound strange coming from me, but don't die, Moon Goddess. I can tell you're determined to get out of here. Is he just stuck here now, like permanently? Not that I think we should let him out, but it seems a bit sad that his existence is just permanently stuck here, just contemplating life. And that he can't even, like, follow us. Sorry, you were saying... Wait, did Paimon say that? Oh no, he kept his word. The abyss is no longer obstructing my path. Oh, I see Thelindis. But it seems so sad that he can't even, like, go and see Ghost Thelindis. He was kind of horrible, though. Is that Thelindis? She wasn't far off at all, and yet they can never meet. Hello, Miss Thelindis. Who are you? How do you know my name? I've never seen anyone else here before. You can call me Columbina. I promised Rara that I'd bring a message to you. Rara? My Rara is he well? He's doing better than he was. Better than he was, huh? Sounds like he's had a pretty rough time. Others have had a rough time on his account too. In many cases, their time ran out because of him. And I'm not just talking about the children of the Crimson Moon. So things got worse before they got better. Could you tell me what happened, Miss Columbina? Are you sure you wish to know? Yes, this is my opportunity to learn the truth. No matter how hard it is to hear, I have to know. I admire your courage. However, time is short. I cannot stay here for long. Rara had seeds of hatred in his heart, and many people nursed them for their own needs. On some level, everything he did was to try and find a way to see you again. But in the end, he came to regret his mistakes. He wanted to apologize for hiding his past from you. Beyond that, he did not say specifically what it was he wished to convey to you. But I'm sure that you have always been on his mind. You are what has kept him going for over all these years. She's so sparkly and fragmenty and crying. I'm sorry, Miss Columbina. This is so upsetting. I'm not sure how to put my feelings into words. It's alright. I understand. Well, that's everything from me, so I guess I'll be... Wait, one moment. Time flows backwards here. The road ahead only leads further and further into the past. I know. I intend to reach the end of that road. Without a moon marrow, without the 3 moons power, you won't make it far. Wait, unless... Are you one of the moon goddesses? You could say that. I see. I overthink to myself, if life is like a train ride, why haven't I reached the terminus? Where am I even going? It's not just me, it's this whole place. Whatever it is, it seems like it's existed forever. It's such a mystery. Where is it going? I must seem so ridiculous. I can't answer those basic questions, and yet I jump right in here without hesitating, only to be torn apart the moment I entered by powerful energy currents. Only my soul remains now. Thinking back, I was suddenly overcome with fear and terror in that moment. Perhaps I too became bewitched by the abyss. I may have been the leverage needed to control Rara. I used to be a researcher at the Universitas Magisterium in Conria, researching the iridescent moon's marrow. Eventually, I came to the conclusion that time in here flows in reverse. Rara was one of the Vinster King's retainers. With me, he was in an impossible position. It plagued him constantly. I wanted to help him escape his lot in life. I wanted him to be happy, so I thought I'd use this place to return to the past. At the time, I thought I could just go back to the day the Vinster King first found the prince. It was only after meeting the prince that the Vinster King started going too far with his research into the abyss. That was the day all of our woes began. I thought I could stop the king from ever meeting him and solve everything. I couldn't kill the Vinster King himself, so I had to find another way to save Rara. That's why I wanted to go back, to kill the person who had brought new possibilities to our realm. I'm sure it was a futile endeavor, but the abyss probably enhances the basest human desires, so I naively hoped I could change everything. But I was simply too weak, like a speck of dust against the whole universe. Look at me, I didn't even survive the journey here, not physically at least. I know I'm never getting out of here, but you're different, you can make it, and I want to help you, I owe you that much. How do you plan to help me? Have you noticed the golden energy that exists here? Based on my past research and my observations since coming here, I believe they carry you forward faster. I can share what I've learned and help you understand the pattern in which this energy appears. I wonder if she can go back a little bit to see Rara. I think you just might. No, I know you'll be able to change the past. Also, I've been speculating about where this phase ends. The documentation was scant, but from what I know of the legends about the moons, the oldest one seemed to begin with Nibelung, King of Dragonkind. I have no way of verifying any of it by this point, but if that's true, you might be able to reach that era if you keep walking. Understood. Thank you, Miss Felindis. I'm the one who should be thanking you. If you hadn't entered this realm of everlasting death, what use would my deduction be? Thanks to you, they have some meaning. About Rara, I'm so sorry for everything. It wasn't your fault. That's not true, because we both feared bringing trouble upon each other, neither of us ever told the truth, and that dishonesty sealed our fates. But enough about that. I wish you a safe journey, Miss Columbina. I hope she can come back and get them. At least let their souls be at peace. May the outside world never have to experience pain like this again. Rere, you're there, aren't you? I cannot see you because you exist in the future. I expect we'll be trapped in the prison of space time for all eternity. But please gaze upon the past and then sit for a while. Let's find a place to sit down together, just like we did when we first met. Ah! Okay, they're kind of cute though, but this is so sad. How long have I been walking? How much further till I reach the end? Is there even an end to be found? Ugh, everything's getting blurry. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, she's kind of shuffling now. Oh no. Oh no, Columbina, you gotta get up. Huh? Huh? Who are you? Oh, are you alright, little sister? Who? Have you come from the distant future? Who? Whomst? Is this one of the old moon goddesses? It's gotta be one of the old moon goddesses. The frost moon goddess, maybe? Thanks for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to see me play live, then check out my Twitch channel. You can find me on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 PM GMT. Thanks again, and have a great day.